if you're here, you want to increase your swing speed. If you've got one of these bad boys, then we're well on the way. So let's try 3 exercises that are going to help you increase your swing speed. And before getting too far into this, how do you create swing speed? So this is created in a number of different ways, and every golfer is going to use their body, the ground, their hands in a different order of events to create speed. For example, if you're someone like Justin Thomas, you're super long, super mobile, you're going to use a lot of your arm drag and your arm length to try and create speed in that fashion. So this is creating a longer arm arc. Or you could be Jon Rahm, who's very short, very shallow, and he's using the ground and pulling down as hard as he can from this position to create speed. Or you can be someone like Matt Wolff, who is, pardon me, over the top. Then he starts to, again, squat down, use the ground, and fire down. So you can create speed in many different ways. Let's just put it as that to start off with. But I'm going to give you some exercises just using a band like this to start increasing your swing speed today. So let's talk about creating a longer arm path. So what we're talking about is the distance between our hands and the golf ball. So if I'm taking a really shallow backswing, there's not a large distance between my hands and the golf ball. When we're thinking about this in the golf swing, we're trying to create elastic energy. If I'm making a really small backswing, I haven't got much of an arm length, and what I'm going to do is only have a really short amount of space and time to bring my hands back down towards the ball. If you watch long drivers, you can see how their hands get way above their head. They're rotating, their heel's coming up, so they're creating a huge distance between them and the ball, and then from there they can pull down, use the ground, and create as much potential energy as possible. So using just this band, this is going to be a great drill for you. So let's go through it. So we're going to get ourselves into our golf posture, and my goal is to try and stretch this band as long as I can whilst keeping my core braced. I don't want to go into reverse tilt here. I'm getting my shoulders rotating, my arms coming up, and I'm trying to create a big turn. I'm feeling this load into my right glute. I'm feeling my thoracic stretch, and also I'm feeling my core engage. So this is a great drill to try and increase your range of motion, increase muscle activity. I'm also using the ground. So in the golf swing, with most good players, they're getting 80 to 90% of their pressure on their trail leg. If you're staying stacked on your left side, you're really going to limit how much force you've got on the way down there. Most golfers will go 80% onto their trail leg, then it's close to 90 to 100% at impact. So we need to use the ground almost like a seesaw. We're going to our trail leg, then we're going to the lead leg, and then we can snap the club by creating a lag. So also with speed training, Dr. Sasha McKenzie, who is famous for the stack system, works with many golfers on the PGA Tour, he talks about 2 big speed metrics. So one is that distance of arm length, and then secondly, it's how hard can you pull down the arms. So we're going to move on to this part now. So I've got my band. If you're at home, you can tie it anywhere you like. So I'm going to tie it over this bar here. That's a poor throw, isn't it? Let's try that again. Hope you have better coordination than I do. There we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to loop that band through. And by all means, if you have a stronger band, feel free to use it. But I'm going into, again, the top of my backswing, and I'm going to practice pulling down. So whilst I'm doing this, I'm starting to shift my weight onto my left leg. I'm activating my quads into my glute, and I'm starting to extend. We call this triple extension. We've got extension of the foot, so we're going from dorsiflexion to plantar flexion. We're going from knee flexion to extension, hip flexion to extension, triple extension. So let's go again. We're pulling down as my leg's extending. So what I'm doing as well, on the way down, I'm using my pec major muscles, which by the way, work at about 94% of their peak capacity in the impact position. So if people tell you not to do bench press as a golfer, think again. I add them in most of my clients' programs, whether that's single arm or a classic bench press. Getting a stronger upper body is going to help you. Also, what's going to happen here is I'm engaging my lat muscles, especially on my left-hand side here, to pull down. my serratus anterior muscles around my shoulder blade are working. This is a great drill to work on how hard you can pull down into the ground there. So I think that's a fantastic one. So lastly, but absolute not least, is creating ground force. So when we're talking about ground force, it's how hard can you push out of the ground. As you see with most long drivers, they've got huge quads, big glutes, so they can really torque the ground, so they can delay the hands and let go of that lag at the last second. So we're going to use our trusty band here, and we're going to put it around our left foot. So we've got a bit of a tag end here. So what I want you to do is we're going into a squat, and I want you to push and rip. I'm going to make sure I'm not going to hit that pole because that would really hurt. So going into a squat, going to push and rip. This is almost a lawnmower, but this is a great exercise to try and create force and torque through the ground. So look guys, they're 3 really easy, really good exercises to improve your swing speed today. Before you tee off, try these as a warm-up. Each exercise you can do for 10 repetitions, a couple of sets. You'll find that you'll move better, you'll feel stronger, you'll feel more stable, you'll hit the ball longer. And look, if you want more information, go to my website, www.golfphysiotherapyaustralia.com. Hope I didn't say that too quick. There's also free resources there. There's my free 10-day mobility guide. Over 1,000 golfers everywhere around the world have been through it, so you're going to love it as well. Make sure to go there, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.